take care of ourselves, take care of nature, take care of the kids, really sit with them with patience, really nourish the old people with patience, not because we are in a hurry somewhere. We just, that's what we will do. And there is a belief that in the first 7 days, the soul is still with us among the people on earth. I was smoking a joint and I was talking to him and said, Dad, maybe now you understand why I keep using those psychedelic substances, because I want to be in this place which is not here. Maybe it's not where you are now. I mean, not in the same dimension, but to feel a little bit between here and there, because we can't take every day DMT and LSD and all those strong stuff. They will kill our brain. But sometimes we do it. It's like a visit in a place which is between life and death, between being in a body and being completely aware or completely selfless. So I said, he didn't answer. I think when you're only energy, you cannot communicate in the same way. That's why they use mediums like butterflies, or they can move a lamp, or things that are, the wind can move them. Otherwise, they cannot. They don't have a body. And I think it's also new, the feeling of being selfless for a soul that just departed. It's weird, you know, you don't know how to behave. That's what I think is very confusing for people like my dad that did not read esoteric or spiritual texts, to be able to adjust immediately in a few days' time that, yeah, I'm a soul now, I don't have a body, I don't have pain, I don't have wishes to eat, I'm not tired, I'm not anxious, I'm not in a hurry. It's very weird. You don't complain, you don't have any anxieties, you don't have any, all the bodily things. You don't need to go to the toilet. It's an amazing state of being. It also can be a bit boring and frustrating. All your life you're just dealing with food and toilet and shopping and what will I eat, how will I eat, where will I eat, how much it's going to cost, are we going to fly there, are we going to drive there. I know some people that from morning till night they're always concerned with what is the next thing, are we going to eat, are we going out, should I get dressed, what should I do, maybe I go to the haircut, maybe I need the makeup, all the time preparing for the next event. A friend is coming, I need to prepare, I need to arrange, I need to buy some food, I need to buy some weed, I need to entertain it. Like we surrounded ourselves with so many errands that we don't need to do, that we have to do them. Because if you don't shave and wash and prepare, you look like something is wrong with you. So I'm taking now the time to look. Now that my dad is gone and we don't need to go and visit him, we don't need to go and take care of him. And all the time we were worried, what are we going to do with him? And it made me think that maybe part of our evolution is we will find a way to fix the body issues. And then when we are ready to depart, we will just shut down. I mean, like you can be 100 years old, no pain, digestion works, everything works, the mind, the brain, everything works. But then you reach a day that you say, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to depart. I learned enough about the nature of the soul. I understood the process, the cycle of life. and I'm ready to leave. And then you just shut down. Not exactly like a machine, but you leave. I heard a lecture yesterday by a guy that works in Google, and he said, once the AI will help us to do all the work, the daily boring things that we have to do, like cleaning, working in the office, doing all sorts of uh, calculations, which is accounting, or preparation, which is law, and medicine will be taken care of by machines. We would finally do the humane things that we need to do. Take care of ourselves, take care of nature, take care of the kids, really sit with them with patience, really nourish the old people with patience, not because we are in a hurry somewhere. That's what we will do. There will be no more work. There will be no more working in the field or in the mines. And the abundance that we feel now, the middle class, that we have machines and iPads and nice gadgets, everybody will have it because you would be printing all your things, from printing food to printing t-shirts to printing toys for your kids, everything. So then if you can take atoms and molecules and rearrange them, you can take a pile of rubbish from the garden and make yourself a piece of bread because you just rearrange molecules and atoms. So there is always water, there is always food, whichever food you want, because you can arrange it by, it's written, every material in the world has a formula and it can be described. Like C, 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 N, 10, C, H, Z, all of these things. And said people would be a bit shocked at the beginning. What? We don't need to work? What? Everything is for free? And then some people will have maybe a house full of stuff, just because they can print 20 t-shirts and a lot of hamburgers and whatever they want to print, and they say, oh, fuck, man, I don't have space. I printed too much. But after some time, I think people will get used to, like, imagine 200 years ago, one of your ancestors had to go every day to take water from the well with his manuela, to bring the bucket and come home and pour it, and then he can drink. And then your grandfather had already a tap in the house in one time, said, you have a tap. Some people probably opened and said, wow, water, it's coming. He said, close the tap. Said, why? There is water. It's coming. Said, no, man, close the tap. It's not good. We need to keep the water. So I think it's going to be the same. Some people say, wow, there is food. I print more food. So I will always have food. Said, stop printing. Print tomorrow when you're hungry. Don't print now. It's such a new concept for poor people, especially. I'm just feeling, like you can have a card that you go to the ATM, always give you cash. I'm sure some people will have $1 million stacked in the house. Or maybe 2 million. Just because you can, have piles of paper at home and you keep it with a gun. So I'm waiting for these days that people will wake up and say, oh, all these 90s and 2000, it was the period of transition to becoming human, not a slave. We are still slaves. We don't have free time. We don't have free choice. The only time that I feel a little bit free is when I'm out of my daily thinking. It is when I meet a psychedelic, when I sleep, when I am engaged in lovemaking for a few seconds or a minute, and that's it. All the rest is here. Tuned to the same channel with the same worries. Am I good enough? When I'm gonna die? What's gonna happen tomorrow? Will I have money? And if I have, what will I do? Can I fly? I cannot fly. Like I have hope that I had when I was a child, that maybe in this life things will be a little bit different. I know that we are transition, so maybe when we are old, it will finally happen, and then it's oh, now we are old. So maybe the next generation will benefit from it. So I'm imagining time that there is no connect. Everything is connected all the time. All the time. Like I'm imagining 2040, 20 years from now, people are so much in the, it's connected and it's working, and you think something and it's already shared. They can't remember how they were when they needed the screen and log in and sign in, and they will not be able to remember. But you remember when we were talking on this thing and you send me a link and you can hear and then you couldn't see, and no, it's gonna disappear. It's gonna be just, you'll walk in the street, say, Eyal, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy. And then later, without, I'm calling you, I'm sending you an emoji. The people that think it's going to stay like this, they're ignorant. They don't remember how was the 90s. They don't remember how was when we first dialed on the internet, and it was a sorry, not connecting. Try again. Okay, try again. Put the password, press enter. And wow, we are online. I can read the email from America. You could see an email, letter, no pictures, no videos, just text. And you said, wow, I got a letter from America in the computer. And now kids are Snapchatting and video chatting with their friends on the phone. Take it to the next level and say, okay, we found a way to connect with souls that already, of people that already died. Maybe you say, what? Community? Yes, we found a way. Now everybody believes it exists. Everybody understands how the mind works, how death works, what happens when you are born. They know everything now. All the religions, not exactly, popular, or some religions become very popular because they were very accurate about how it really works. Can you imagine the world? There is no jobs because they don't need jobs. People fight less because there is nothing to gain. Interesting life. A bit boring for ignorant people, but those ignorant people, they stop being ignorant because they share the mind with all the people. So they are also smart from using outsource. I can see a movement of people that were smart before the revolution of the data that say, oh, what? I developed myself for 40, 50 years, and now all those stupid people, they become also smart. I don't have any edge over them. They are not the people anymore. They become like me. They can paint, they can write, they can listen, they can dance. They do everything, all of them. But why not? That's what we wish, no? That everybody would be like this. You go out in the street, hey, good morning, good morning. What? I'm painting, I'm making a flower, I'm baking a cake. Do you want? I give you. You would, really? This is what? Nobody hates me, nobody is honking, like, move, I will kill you. I will stop. Somebody bombed factory in Iran, and the Iranian says the Israelis did it because it stops them from making nuclear weapons in Iran. And I said, wow, why to make centrifuga, to make weapon you're not going to use and put the world in danger of all this radiation, like it happened in Chernobyl or it happens in Japan? Why? Why to do that in the first place? Why to create hazard? Why to destroy? Why not to build? Take all the money that you put on weapons, develop something. Why can't you find a cure to this virus, the corona? Stop everything, take all the scientists, stop making weapons, stop making, I don't know, whatever bullshit you're doing. Make a medicine, all of you together. I hear people say, oh, the person that will find the medicine to corona will be very rich. Why not? Let's just find the medicine and give it for free to everyone. Why do you need to be rich from this medicine? It's insane. The world is insane. And we need to live in this world for this life. It's insane. People are thinking only short term. They don't see the big picture.